Jeff Inglis, the editor of Portland, Maine's Phoenix newspaper, is on a crusade to take back Barack.
Let's be honest. We didn't vote for the Barack Obama his campaign advertised. We didn't vote for an African-American man, nor for a U.S. senator from Illinois, nor for a father, a husband, an activist, or a young politician. We voted for the Barack Obama we fantasized, the progressive miracle worker. We voted for change. And now Obama is showing us that change is farther away than we had thought. Now is the time for us to stand up, speak out, and take back Barack. Obama is backing away from withdrawal from Iraq and delaying increased taxes on the super rich. And his cabinet choices are worrying, to say the least. Keeping Bushies like Robert Gates and Michael Hayden around isn't a good way to instill confidence, and relying on a bunch of Clintonites isn't a lot better. Yes, of course, Obama's picks are better, mostly, than John McCain's might have been. But Obama's national security advisor will be the same man McCain was going to pick, Jim Jones, a career Marine general who was a huge Iraq war backer. Ted Rall, a commentator in Maui Times Weekly, offers this prediction. Obama's argument that his center-conservative cabinet will carry out radical change if he orders them to do so is denied by recent history. The people you hire are more likely to change you than you are to change them. Some things are going along okay. Stephen Chu is a decent, science-based pick for the Department of Energy. Obama has named a union advocate to head the Department of Labor. Tom Daschle has some great ideas about how to fix the nation's healthcare system, though we can be sure he won't be backing single payer. Many liberals and progressives are counseling us to wait and see, to give Obama a chance to make change. That is the wrong path. We cannot sit back on whatever laurels we may have earned by electing Obama and let him do what he and his advisors want. We must remain constantly involved, a constant force to push Obama, his advisors, and Congress to do what we know needs to be done. We need people in office who will listen to progressive ideas, who will give them serious consideration. We have gone far too long, decades, with leaders who dismiss progressive concepts out of hand. Many of them have just been invited back into the White House. They have tons of practice putting progressivism aside. It's clear that the policies they espoused aren't working. We need to make sure they listen to us. This is a movement I and the alternative weekly newspaper I work for, the Portland Phoenix, have started to call progressives to arms, to make sure that Obama knows what we want. You can read the article that started it all, co-written with me by staff writer Deirdre Fulton, and learn more about the movement at thephoenix.com/takebackbarack. I am not content to sit and wait and give Obama the benefit of the doubt. We need to push him, to organize, to motivate, to bring him along with us. It is our movement that will retake this country. Obama made clear in his campaign that this is not about him, but rather about us. We need to stand up and take back Barack.